Hello drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumstheword.com. Welcome to this free mini song lesson where today I'm going to show you how to play that classic drum intro from the song I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross, drummed of course by the session great Tony Thompson. I've got the full PDF you can download from my website. You'll find a link beneath this video. So have this printed out in front of you as we go through this together. It's going to make things a lot easier for you to understand. And then while you're over at the website, you can find hundreds of other free video drum lessons, each with their own little PDF chart. And then also you might want to consider signing up to become an online member, which you gain access to almost 650 full video song lessons with the full PDF drum charts. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the lesson. So what we got here is really a miniature drum solo. A few really nice licks that are played melodically with the rest of the band, the brass, Diana of course herself, the guitar and bass. And when it all comes together, you get this wonderful sort of syncopation and dance between the rhythms going on. Sometimes Tony lines up with them, sometimes he doesn't. So it's a really musical little pieces, not showing off, not really overplaying this, although we certainly could have. So the song starts with the first 4 bars, and then we come in, or Tony comes in on the second bar of the next set of 4 bars. So we're working in groups of 4 here, 4 bars, and that's going to help you to get out of the intro in time and into our groove. So be aware, the first 4 bars are rested, then we go on to where I've notated on the chart, and the first bar is also rested, and we come in with our first little cool lick in bar 2. Now, what I've written here is 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. The key thing is, 2 key things, coming in on the E of beat 1. So just after beat 1, not beat 1, the E of beat 1, and landing that snare drum nicely on the backbeat on beat 2. 1 E and a 2, and 3 and 4, and 1 E and a 2, and 3 and 4, and 1 E and a 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2, and 3 and 4, and 1 E and a 2. The temptation is to rush that drum fill, but if you rush it, you end up having that backbeat a little bit sloppy, or played a little bit sloppily, where you don't land nicely on the snare drum on beat 2. Now, I've also seen or tried to work out whether it's actually 3 toms that Tony's using for this drum fill. It could be where he's going down 3 toms. Now that makes it a lot easier, a lot harder to play and to make it flow, not that Tony couldn't. We get left, right, right, left. That's sticking arpeggios on this kit. Like I say, it does make it a little bit harder to groove. And then later in the intro, when he plays that lick again and again, there are certain times where you can definitely hear that he's playing the first 2 notes on just 1 tom. It's one of those things that it's up to you. If you want the next level of difficulty, then certainly try to get that in time and make it groove. But I would play it 1 E and a 2, and that's certainly how well, not certainly, that's 99% sure how I think Tony plays it on the recording. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next bar, we get 1 and 2 E and. So the first 2 16th notes of 2 E. 1 and 2 E. So we're missing over these beat 1s occasionally, creating this sort of where's it going to go? Where's the downbeat? So we get 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. Then we get this last bar of the first line, a flam on the snare drum, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and snare and crash together. And 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4. And those 16th notes are swung, so we get this slight swing. That first one was a little bit too much. So just be aware that there's a groove element here that's very hard to replicate unless you're Tony Thompson. But trying to replicate the sort of swing and feel of this is probably one of the hardest things I found when recording this video, as you'll see later on, is trying to make it sound like Tony. I did my best. So anyway, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E, a 2 and 3 and 4. So I won't do this, well, I probably won't do this for every line. Let me just play the first line slowly for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 E, a 2 and 3, 4. Okay, next line, Bar 1 skipped over again. So we're coming in with the same lick as above. 1 E and a 2 in bar 2. Bar 3 is slightly different. We get 1 and 2 E, so he does play the downbeat. 1 and 2 E and 3. And then bar 4 is the same as above. So really there's only one note difference there between the two lines. Bar 3 has the extra snare drum note on beat 1. Apart from that, those two lines are identical. Then we start to get into the groove. For the third line, Tony plays 1 and 2, so snare then flam, 1 and 2, and then it's quite hard to feel dotted 8th note bass drum pattern. Not hard to play, it's just hard to make it sound nice. Where we get 3 E and a 4 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. So we're moving across the beat in an interesting way. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 a 4 and 1 2 3 a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 a 4 and. So be aware that that's a dotted 8th note there. We're not playing triplets, it's just playing every 3rd, 16th note and of course making it swing and feel nice. Second bar, we get introduction of the hi-hat. 1 and 2. So open on the and, closes on 2. 1 and 2. Now just play the snare drum on its own. You don't have to play 1 and 2 unless you want to. It won't sound as nice. It sounds nicer if you just let the hi-hat close on its own. 1 and 2. Then we get the 3 E and a 4 and idea being played again. Then bar 3, very subtle, but we get 1 E and. So before we add the 1 E and, now we're going to play 1 E and the first note I've written is closed on the hi-hat, but it's ever so slightly open, and then you hit the and it's fully open. 1 E and 2 and. It's hard to play slowly. 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2. Sort of that, you can play around with it, different levels of opening for the first note, but just be aware that we're playing 1 E and 2 and. So we still get that opening on the and of beat 1, closing with the snare drum on 2, which is starting that open hi-hat a little bit earlier on the E of beat 1. 1 and 2 and 3 a 4 and. That continues. Bar 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So interesting that. So nothing on beats 1 and 4. Then we go to the next line. We get 1 and 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and. Starting to include all these ideas together in the same bar. Then 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. Same as the bar above it. Then Old Faithful comes back in. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. Start to get a little bit more complicated now. 1 E and a 2 and 3 a 4 and. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. Then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Nice little resolve there on the snare drum and crash. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Finally we get the last line. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. So bass drum on beat 1 now. 1, 2, da, da, da. Bar 2 is just that on its own. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. And then bar 3 is 1 E, a 2 on its own. And then the very last bar, we get 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1. Then we're into our disco hi-hat. Groove. So that last line, 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E a 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E a 4. Should I play another line for you? Let me play line 3 for you like that. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and 2 and a 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then line 5, 1 and 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Don't miss a bass drum out there. Okay, so now let me play for you the whole thing up to speed. I'm going to play it with the metronome so you can hear where the downbeats are. The tempo is 111 BPM by the way, but that's written on the chart. Here's what it sounds like up to speed, hopefully played with a bit of groove. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. Don't forget to download the free PDF that came with this lesson. Again, the link is beneath this video. And like I said at the beginning, while you're over there, you can check out hundreds of free videos, other free videos teaching many famous popular drum beats, fills, and even drum solos. But you might want to consider signing up to become an online member. And what I currently offer for £97 is a full year's online access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. That's coming up to 650 full video song lessons teaching famous and popular songs, where unlike this lesson, I teach the song from start to finish. You get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart. And like I said, I've got almost 650 famous and popular songs in full up on the website already. As a thank you for signing up, I give you access to hundreds more little videos teaching you many famous drum beats, fills, and even drum solos. I give you 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous beats, fills, and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record new lessons every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got some cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. But if you've got any questions about any of that, then feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.